Hi, I'm James Abbott, and I know how to ride a unicycle. I decided to make this documentary to prove to the world that unicycling is fun, it gets you out and active, and it gets people looking at you.
A unicycle is like a more fun bike. It's one wheel that you can go adventures on, you can go off road, go anywhere, and it's a good way to travel and a good way to get exercise in. Well, the first month that you start trying, and as soon as you get on the unicycle, it's really hard. You don't know how to do it, and you think, how does anybody do this? Just trying to balance and get anywhere on it is very hard at the beginning. Trying to practice for the first month or two can be very difficult and hard on you because you're trying to learn how to do this and you got to keep on going. You know, it might get you mad that you fall off or you just can't do it yet. So it's like really hard at first, but if you stick with it, then after a while you get used to it. You can ride on the roads, you can get around, and you feel a lot more free on it.
Learning how to ride a unicycle, it's definitely pretty tough. You're gonna fall off a lot. I fell off the unicycle, I know over 75 times at least. It's just something that I wanted to learn how to ride a unicycle. And so falling off, it was something that it pushed you back a little bit, but it definitely kept you going. It's addicting. Every time you fell off, you wanted to get back on and keep going. You wanted to prove to yourself, you wanted to prove to that unicycle that you can do it, that you can ride it to the end of the driveway.
I think what would keep me with it and like kept me going doing it is just riding it and how it felt and how long it took to get riding it. And it took a whole month to get actually be able to ride around the streets. And once you get to that point, it's really fun. You don't want to stop because after all this trying really hard to do it, and you finally got it, it feels so free to just ride around.
The way I think of it, a unicycle is just half a bike. Now, obviously, it doesn't work like half a bike. If you'd cut a bike in half, you won't just magically get a unicycle. No, it's built completely different. You have one wheel, two pedals control that wheel and make that one wheel move. And you're not allowed to coast, as you will, or stop pedaling. You have to pedal 24/7 on a unicycle to keep moving. That is, unless you know how to do a cool trick and raise your feet up. It's pretty hard to do, but if you learn, you'll do it.
About the looks that people give you.
Oh, the double looks. When unicycling, you have tons of people looking at you. No matter where you are, if you're going down the road, there's cars driving by. If you're in a city, there's people walking. And the looks you get are hilarious and super fun. One of the reasons you should keep unicycling is the different reactions you'll get. There's people making jokes like you're missing a wheel. I'll say like I'm saving the money to get another one. All these people, they just like, they'll look at you and then look right back at you, seeing that you're on a unicycle. They're saying it's awesome, that's really cool. Some people have even said I'm proud of you, even though I don't know them. But it's amazing the looks and people just like baffled by what they're seeing in front of them. I've been unicycling for over a year now. I started last October, on October 6th actually. I started unicycling because my cousin James lent me his old one, and that's the one that I started with. And that one was amazing. I used it all the time, and that's the one I really started with when I started unicycling. It's been amazing on holidays. On St. Patrick's Day, we went to a parade with them, unicycling through the parade, people wanting high fives and everything. It's amazing riding unicycles, and sticking with it for a whole year is definitely worth it. The NAUCC is the National American Unicycling Competition and Committee. There at the NAUCC, it's just tons of people get together, they ride unicycles, there's a whole competition of people going against each other, doing tricks on the unicycles, hops on them, twirls, and everything. It's really amazing to watch the NAUCC and be able to get there.
At the NAUCC, that reminds me, they also have juggling contests. There's contests just for the jugglers. There's contests just for the basketball players. I'm going to keep stacking up these bracelets and just see how many I can collect. And then every time I go to the NAUCC, it's just something to talk about. I'm sure there's more people that do that too. And like I said, stuff to talk about, you know?
I've got a lot of unicycles. I've got that one. I had a different one that was actually run over by a car. And the beginning one was lent by my cousin, James. I've had all these unicycles. All of them have been great. The first one I ever had was a 20-inch unicycle. And then for Christmas, I got another 20-inch unicycle from Unicycle.com. Great website to get it from. It was a good unicycle, got tons of use out of it, until the sad day when we went camping and it got run over by a car. Now we got this one, 24-inch unicycle. I upgraded from 20 to 24. I've had this one for a few months now. It's amazing. It's faster than the 20-inch. And all the unicycles I've had, especially from ones from Unicycle.com, have been amazing.
I remember at the NAUCC, there was this little girl. She had to be about 3 years old, and she had this little, maybe 1.5-foot unicycle, and she carried around in a ukulele case or something like that, and she carried it around, and she was hugging onto it. But she saw my unicycle, and it was that 4-foot one, and she looks at me and has the biggest smile on her face, pulls out her unicycle, and we're just showing each other the sizes and the comparisons, and we're just making friends over these unicycles. And let you know, this is a 3-year-old girl, and 3 years old. Who knew a 3-year-old girl could learn how to start riding a unicycle? I sure didn't. I did not go to the NAUCC thinking I'd see a 3-year-old girl on a unicycle, but there it is. It's just amazing. So that just shows you no one's too young to ride a unicycle.
A man was unicycling at the park, and he was an older man. He was old and just having fun. He had the pads on his elbows, helmet, knee pads, and he loved doing it. He was going around unicycling, and he loved it, even though he was older. Unicycling is very important. It's good exercise for your legs and your core. The balance, trying to stand up straight on it, is very important. Getting the balance right, keep on pedaling, because on a unicycle you cannot stop. And unicycling is a great way to get out and get exercise. You see the world you definitely see the world from a different perspective on a unicycle. On a bike, you're going fast, you just kind of go. But on a unicycle, you're really enjoying it, taking your time and getting around in a fun way. And I've had people say, I really want to start trying that. And I encourage them. I say, yeah, you should try that. You should get one from Unicycle.com, and trying to help them to get a good committee of unicyclists.
I plan on going around Michigan on my unicycle, and that wouldn't have started if I didn't start unicycling in the first place. Actually, to add on to that, I want to go around the United States on my unicycle. I've been planning it a lot. I'm going to start in Michigan, of course. I'm going to go down to Florida, over to California, up to Washington, and back over to Michigan. But of course, I'm going to do that after I go around Michigan. My mom, she's not too happy about the idea right now, but we're going to try to find something out where I can do it. But that's over 3,000 miles of unicycling. And I'm not scared for it. All I can think is I'm excited for it. The first place I'm going to go is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Ohio. And I think that's just a great start to it. I'm going to probably see the Grand Canyon. I'm going to see the Hollywood sign. I'm going to see a lot of things just because of my unicycle. And that just puts a smile to my face, as you can see.
Doing tricks is definitely a struggle, learning how to do the hop and how to actually get there. It can be tricky at first. You may think, I'm just not strong enough to do this, or I can't. But you actually can, and if you keep on working to it, you notice your mistakes, and you can see your mistakes and see what you did wrong and fix that, so that you can go out, you can hop, you can do little spins on it, you can hop while turning, do like a 360 while jumping, you can jump up curves and off curves, and it's a struggle. And you need to be brave sometimes to even hop off a curb or hop off something, or even hop on. So it may be a struggle and it may be hard, but if you can have the dedication to actually do it, it is worth it in the end.
I definitely get a lot of weird looks about it, and I definitely get a lot of people that don't find it cool that I unicycle. But, I just keep going, and I just keep I keep going for those people that do want me to unicycle. I keep going for those people that laugh and smile. I keep going for those people that I keep going for me, really. I keep going because I know I can do this. Because I know that it's good for me. Because I know unicycling could change the world.